Jai Jawan. Timaya, a heroic soldier and without doubt the greatest. General Timaya was the ablest of India's generals and easily the best loved a rare combination. He was popularly known as Timi. He was the most outstanding field commander in Indian Army and was the first and only Indian to command a fighting brigade in battle in the Arakan in World War II. He won the British Distinguished Service Order on the battlefield. To this day, he is spoken of only in the superlatives, even by one of the most flamboyant successors, addicted notoriously to self-praise. Belonging to the same Kodandara clan of Kariyappa, he was born in Madikeri into well-to-do family of coffee planters on March 30, 1906. His mother Sitama was well educated and a social worker, while his father Subbaya was another well-known coffee plantation owners. His maternal uncle Punnappa was among the first batch of Indian commissioned officers who fought during the war. He did his schooling from Bishop Cotton's in Bengaluru. Later, he was sent to Royal Indian Military College in Dehradun. His elder brother Punnappa joined the Indian National Army, while his younger brother Somaya joined the army and was killed in Kashmir. He was one of the 6 Indian cadets who was selected for training at Sandhurst and joined the Indian Army in 1926. In 1928, Timaya joined the 19th Hyderabad Regiment, now the Kumaon Regiment, where he became lieutenant. He honed his combat skills in the northwest frontier, battling the fiercely independent Pathan tribes. During his stint at Sandhurst, Timaya personally experienced British snobbery and racism, but typically stood in his ground. Even when he was in the army, he sympathized with the nationalist leaders. He himself was a victim of British high-handedness. At one stage, he wanted to resign from the army and join the freedom movement. However, Motilal Nehru dissuaded him from doing so. Motilal Nehru felt that once India became independent, people like Timaya would be needed to guide and develop the army. He also had to fight for the rights of Indian soldiers and officers getting admitted into the exclusively British clubs. Like most Kurgis, was a good sportsman himself, training his battalion in hockey and football too. In spite of his best efforts, Indians were not allowed into the most of the exclusive army clubs meant for British till 1947. During the Quit India movement in 1942, Timaya ordered his battalion men never to fire on the protesters. He would rather talk them down. At many places during the Quit India movement, he would personally talk with the demonstrators, making them disperse but never fired on them. Timaya served with distinction in Burma, counter-attacking the Japanese units. His brigade was the first to enter Rangoon after the Japanese evacuated the city and the Indian National Army surrendered. His own brother was one of those Indian National Army officers taken prisoner in Rangoon. He also oversaw surrender of Japanese in Singapore. After the end of the war, he was sent to Japan to restore order and was shocked to see the devastation at Hiroshima. After India became independent in 1947, Timaya was member of the committee that saw division of military assets between India and Pakistan. During partition, as Major General, he handled the responsibility of keeping law and order as well as relief measures well. When Pakistani raiders attacked India in 1947, Timaya commanded the 19th Infantry Division in Kashmir and played a sterling role. One of his greatest achievements would be at Zohila Pass, where he personally led a tank battalion to capture it from Pakistan. Under Timaya's leadership, the 7th Light Cavalry captured Zohila Pass beat back the Pakistani raiders and took Das, Kargil, Leh. However, his pleading to give him just 3 more months to drive out the raiders fully fell on deaf ears as Nehru took it to United Nations. Suffice it to say that had Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru listened to Major General Timaya, who asked for just 3 more months to reach Muzaffarabad, he would not be facing the Kashmir problem. Timmy Sahib, as he was called, was by now a hero regarded as the savior of Kashmir and Ladakh. After the way he led from the front at Zohila Pass in a tank and recaptured it from Pakistanis, he became a legend of sorts in the army. Normally, divisional commanders are not in the front, but at Zohila, Timaya was in first tank, leading assaults, mounting a furious assault on the Pakistani raiders at Zohila, catching them unawares in blinding snow. Such legends are made of. Such was Timaya's reputation in the army that his visit to any unit would automatically boost their morale, lift their spirits. After the Korean War was over, Timaya played a major role in repatriation of the prisoners, which won him plaudits all over the world. General Subbaiah Timaya was assumed as the charge of Indian Army as 6th Chief of the Army Staff on 7th May 1957. He then briefly resigned his post in 1959 over a dispute with V.K. Krishna Menon, the Minister of Defence. Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru refused to accept his resignation and persuaded him into withdrawing it. Completing 35 years of distinguished military service, he retired from the army in 1961, almost 15 months before the Chinese invasion of India in November 1962. After his retirement, Timaya also served with great distinction in Cyprus as a part of United Nations peacekeeping force during civil war there. His conduct in Cyprus won him the respect of both Archbishop Macaris as well as Turks. He, however, passed away in Cyprus on December 17, 1965, when he was 59 to a heart attack. General Timaya was awarded the Padma Bhushan for his civil service in 1954, General Service Medal in 1947 at the time of role in independent India. During the time of Second World War, for his outstanding service in battle, he was awarded the much coveted Distinguished Service Order. Richmond Road in Bengaluru, the main road in Lamaka, Cyprus, and the road parallel to MG Road in Pune have all been renamed in his honor. Jai Hind.